The whole time we were making sure that we could create the symbol and the identity using technology, but without losing the essential part that was Carnival. And it was very important to us to make sure that we were representing human beings.
The invitation was irresistible and the challenge huge. Imagine coming up with a symbol able to express the strength and power that is the Carnival of Rio de Janeiro. A uniqueness that would symbolize the magic that has been taking place during the parade for over 90 years, but which also embraced each Samba school and its colors, rhythm, and shapes.
Hello, my name is Alice Gelli, Creative Director of the Rio Carnival project in Tátil Design.
My name is Fred Gelli, CEO of Tátil. I did a general creative direction of the project.
My name is Rodrigo Sayani. I'm the founder at Plau Design, and I worked with Tátil on this amazing project called Rio Carnival.
From the beginning, we understood that we had to make like a very, very deep research because we had a very big responsibility to represent what is our culture. The research started with interviewing 15 Samba personalities. We just talked throughout like hours, and they gave us a very nice big picture of Carnival. And then we designed internet research. There were more than 7,000 people that answered this research. And it was very important to us because we put the personalities interviewed and the 7,000 people together. After all the research that we did, we understood that the flag was the most iconic thing in Carnival. That symbol was the initial point. That's where we're going to start.
Now looks like obvious this solution in some way, but was really complex to find the main symbol that could be the seed for the whole process. Each Samba school has one flag, and the flag is sacred. They kiss the flag and is the most representative symbol.
The identity started to be formed when we realized that the flag was always in movement, when we realized that we couldn't do anything that was static. We had that idea in the beginning, but then when we understood that we were talking about the flag, then we really had to make it Samba, right? We really had to make it dance. It should be modern, right? It had to represent the next years. It's not a brand and an identity for this year. It's an identity that we want to make it last. And that's when we attached technology to the Carnival world. The whole time we were making sure that we could create the symbol and the identity using technology, but without losing the essential part that was Carnival. And it was very important to us to make sure that we were representing human beings. The idea of imperfection and the idea of not making it super round and clear and refined, it was important. So throughout the process, we even refined more the typography, and then we went back. We were like, no, that's too much. We had Selminha Sorriso. She's one of the main Carnival personalities, and she holds the flag. So we had her in the studio, and she was making the movements with the flag. We were filming her from 360, and then we used the movement that she did, that the human made, to bring to technology, and then to make it into the movement that the typography would make. So we really learned from human movement before we did anything in a digital way.
In some ways, Samba schools are really connected with the ancestrality, and the past is something really important. But we understood since the beginning that we should have a live brand. And the only way to guarantee that brand could be alive, especially in the avenue when the Samba schools are performing, was really using technology. Our challenge was really use technology, but we didn't like the idea to have a technology brand. This brand should be connected with the tradition in some way.
In order to breathe life into type, what we need to do is something I call variable brand voice, which is to do something that has kind of keyframes. It's kind of thinking about type in terms of animation, how to go from point A to B, using code to infuse life into type also made it more innovative in a way, right? So we're trying to do something very analog. We're trying to capture the movement of a person bearing a flag and walking through like an avenue during the parade. But in order to do that and make it lively and make it eclectic, we needed to do something that was coded. We came into a glitch pretty much. There was a moment in which the computer lagged and we saw like the flag kind of repeating itself many times. That was like a eureka moment for the project. And what you see in the typography in this logo is the flag moving in many different stages, right? So you're seeing the movement of the flag happen all at once. So if you take the letter R, it's like the flag is doing the movement and you're seeing each moment where it stops, like kind of like taking a very fast photography of these moments. So that's kind of the concept behind this logo. And what it does is like, because the flag is so flowy and has a lot of movement, we actually capture that when we interact with the logo. So if the mouse moves through the letter R, for example, it will explode into color, which is a very proper way of showing what Carnival does, right? So in the beginning, it's silent. And when the drums start to beat, it's impossible to stay still. So that's kind of like what we wanted to achieve with the logo.
This carnival of the Escolas de Samba, that happens in Brazil for years, maybe more than 90 years. They never had like a visual identity to represent them. So it was a lot of responsibility to make people from Carnival proud and make them feel that they were represented.
Putting this into the world was very nerve-wracking because we knew it wasn't familiar at all. All throughout the process, Tátil made us trust the process. They told us, like, trust the process, let's see what gives, and let's try something new. The leak of the logo was a very big moment because people only saw some basic images, still images of it. It was kind of like taking an image from stage 2 and showing it to the world without explanation or anything. It was like, oh my God, they didn't understand at all the whole idea behind it. But when the time came to really talk about it and show the ideas behind it, and when they started seeing the explosion of the flag, I mean, people got it right away. And it was very interesting to see, Twitter turn pretty much upside down from hate to love and passion about it.
We really believe in the process. And we believe here in Tátil that the process is the most important part of the whole work. And sometimes in the middle of the process, and this is part of the process, we really need to believe that we're going to achieve the result. And I think that in the end of the day, we really could achieve this result because you can interact with the identity, especially in the avenue when you were there in April here in Rio de Janeiro, in Marquês de Sapucaí, in the stage where the show happened, was amazing because each Samba school was performing, and in that moment, all of the screens in the avenue had the identity with the colors for each Samba school and reacting of the Samba of each Samba school. And my feeling was, wow, it's more beautiful than a Broadway show. It's a big honor to help those guys to spread this amazing show to the world.